Hello and welcome to Kern County Raceway. My name is Justin. I'm the owner of Team 53. We've partnered with Coach Dave to provide these up-to-speed videos to hopefully help you either learn short tracks or get you up to speed a little bit quicker if you're a returning member. Just some refresher course type material for you there. Kern is probably one of my favorite tracks on the sim right now. It's super fast. The bottom is super dominant, but then as the race goes on, sometimes you'll get the upper lane that'll come in. So it's actually kind of a lot of fun right now. But let's just kind of dive into this video here with qualifying like we always do. So if you aren't tire heating, you definitely want to tire heat. It's probably one of the top things that you can do to help improve your performance in terms of qualifying. So it's just a gas brake, swerve side to side. I usually go until I get to about the blue line. Sometimes you can go a little bit further, but usually iRacing will send you a nice little black flag, furled black flag with a warning to knock it off. So I try and cut it off there, get up through the gears. I am using the Team 53 custom sets, so if you're not a Team 53 subscriber or a Coach Dave subscriber, you won't have access to that, but I do have links in the description of the video for that. Lap 1 is coming pretty quick. There's just not quite enough grip, I didn't feel like, off of 4 to really sustain the fastest lap, so I'm going to take it for lap 2 here. So you see how I go high to get a nice speed run here coming to the start-finish line. We'll hit the start-finish line about 117 miles an hour. So we're going to go down the front stretch here. Just going to kind of keep the car pointed, up tight up against the wall. And then about the time that the Legends track, the mini track would be cutting in, that's where you're going to start to turn in for turn 1 to set the car up. And my goal is going to be to bring it in and get those right side tires right on those dash marks there. Down there in the corner. So if we can get those right side tires right to there, that's going to be our goal. So we bring it down, we're going to swing it, and then as I said, when you enter the corner, get those right sides right on those dash marks, bring it down, get it low, and get the left sides as close as you can to the white line through apex of the corner. And you can already see, I mean, we're still already pretty heavy on throttle. Basically about the time that the pit wall, you hit these barrels, that's going to be where you're going to want to get on throttle. Not too much before that, not too much after that, or you'll lose some speed. So we're on it, and we're just riding this car right down there along the bottom of the corner. You can see not a ton of wheel in the car either. As we come up off the corner, you'll straighten out your wheel and just let the car kind of carry itself out up to the outside wall. We go over this crossover, right? So the crossover gate here. And then that's where we're really going to start to think about turning in for turn 3. And just like turn 1, we're going to take the same approach to turn 3. Get the right sides on those dash marks, get the car down to as close as we can to the white line as possible, and then just drive off the corner. So we pitch it in. And then you can see here we're already back on throttle super early in this corner, just kind of carrying it, pushing the car down the hill, and then using as little wheel as we possibly can to get through the center. And then once we start to get off the corner, you can see we're straightening out the wheel and just letting it kind of drive up off the corner to get you a really good 17,759. That's just kind of Kern. You're always going to have that little bit of slide coming out of 4. A lot of times you'll develop a slide coming out of 2, but I've tried to do a pretty good job of mitigating that for these. Race trim wise, you know, it's kind of the same line. You're going to chip out a little bit earlier down the straightaway, but you're going to pitch it in, and it's going to be the same. Drive it up off the corner. Got really close to that outside wall there. Pitch it into 3. Kind of the same thing. The only difference that you'll really feel between qualifying and race trim is that you'll wait a little bit longer to get on throttle, and that's just so that you save your tires a little bit more. And this car, if you feel like you're a little tight the first couple laps, it's going to build freer. So with the Team 53 set, you will get a little bit looser, and that will help. But just kind of grabbing these bottoms, arcing it in, grabbing the bottom and getting a really good run off. And that's really kind of how you pass here too, is with that really good run off the corner. Sometimes if you can get it on a little bit better, if somebody drives it in really deep, you kind of can time your runs a little bit. Otherwise, we'll see people, they'll wait till probably about 15, 20 laps into a run, and then they'll try and go to the outside on people and carry that outside, which seems to work fairly well here at Kern. So that's kind of how you're going to look at passing. Kern, you can dive it into the corners, but it's not always the most successful way to pass. But you will see that throughout the week as well here at Kern. So we just drive it down, we grab our throttle, and then we just let the car kind of float up off the corner and drive off. And that was actually my best lap in race trim was an 07.2. I think it's got a little bit more speed in it. The other thing that I should note is make sure you're checking your weather. So like here in my room, I've got a northeast wind at 25 miles an hour, which really means that I've got quite the headwind going down the backstretch, which is not necessarily something that you want, and it will cause you to slow down a little bit. So just kind of keep that in mind. Check what your weather is, know kind of where you're at there, and then in the info tab, understand what your initial um, track state is. So like this one is a 50%, which is fairly decently rubbered in. Some of you guys that are getting like a 0 or a 10% or 15, 20%, you're probably going to be a little bit slower and you're going to see a little bit more tire wear. Especially, and then guys that are seeing 75 to 100, you're going to be super gripped up, and everything's going to feel great. So let me know how you guys do this week. We're always happy to help. You can find me, Coach Dave Discord, Team 53 Discord, team53racing.com. Like I said, I've got a link to the Team 53 Discord as well in the description of this video. So best of luck, and we'll see you guys again in the next one.